Watch this video to the very end in order to get this powerful blaze sword in Minecraft Bedrock, embodying the fiery powers of the Nether. This weapon's normal attacks do a ton of damage and burn your foes. Moreover, you can crouch to unleash a machine gun-like flurry of firebolts onto anything. I'm sorry, villagers. However, the greatest part about this sword is that inflicting critical hits will set everything and everyone in your vicinity ablaze, effectively causing scorched earth and bringing the Nether to the surface. As you can see, we've got different sections of commands this sword is split into. If you only want to use certain abilities of the blaze sword, feel free to leave the other parts out. We're gonna be starting with the hit section. Alright, the first command block in this chain has you execute a command if you're holding an iron sword with a data value of 1, indicating the loss of 1 durability and thus a hit. It plays a sound to you and surrounding players. This sound's pitch is altered a bit in order to sound better. Next, a small amount of additional fire damage is applied to whatever you're hitting. It's 5 damage by default, but you can literally change this number to whatever you want to make it even more or less powerful. Then the ground is set ablaze within a small range. To increase the amount of burning blocks, increase these relative coordinates within the filled section. After that, a bleach particle is displayed in front of your eyes. To increase the amount of particles, copy this command block and place it a few more times into this chain, but change the relative coordinates of the particle being displayed slightly every time, in order to bring some variation to, these particles. Lastly, well, for this part at least, you still need to get an undamaged sword back, otherwise the blaze sword wouldn't keep working. Here you go. The passive section features 2 little abilities which are simply acquired by having a blaze sword in your inventory. As this weapon works with fire a lot, you don't want to burn yourself, do you? That's why this item comes with a built-in fire resistance effect, protecting you from your arson. The next passive feature might also come in handy, since it causes you to leave a trail of netherrack with your every step. This stops the flames you spread using the blaze sword from automatically being extinguished, hence you can even burn stuff if it's rainy, and that's what it depends upon, isn't it? The crouch section deals with shooting firebolts in a machine gun-like fashion, as long as you're sneaking. Before we can get into the commands, you need to get a structure block, set it to these parameters, and place this command below it. Then activate the command block, summon a blaze, change your game mode to survival, and wait till it has shot 1 time. The fireball should be seen within the square above the structure block. Then go back to creative, save the structure, and break the command block below again. Just to clarify, you need to call the structure fireball before saving it. If you've done so, this command block will test if you're crouching and in case loads the structure containing the fireball. Now, another command will teleport the fireballs in front of you so that they're automatically pushed forward as long as they do not have the tag shot, which prevents the fireballs from simply staying in place. Who would have thought? Obviously the tag still needs to be applied after the fireballs have been teleported. In the end, the sound is played continuously to give that whole ability some machine gun vibes. This time though, it's another sound than before, and not only the pitch but also the volume has changed. I highly recommend decreasing the volume as I did, because I frankly don't think the sound would be bearable for quite a long time otherwise. Finally, we arrived at the critical hit section. These formidable commands are activated whenever you jump while attacking, and I think it's easily the best part about this whole sword. The first 3 command blocks I'm showing you right here are meant to apply a tag to you that implies you're jumping and thus perform a critical hit. It's needless to say that the tag needs to be removed again while you aren't jumping in order to make the game realize that the next hit will not be a critical one. That's what this command block is for. However, let's get into the more fun part of this section. If you have the tag crit, which we just talked about, and hit anything, this command block will be triggered, causing a screen to turn reddish. Well, you could see that at the beginning. The first number, 0.3, sets the number of seconds your camera needs to shift to the color. The second number, 2, sets the amount of seconds your camera stays like that, and the third number, which is 1, sets the amount of seconds the camera needs to turn back to normal. Each of those parameters can be adjusted to your liking. After that, you'll again get to hear sound with an altered pitch. This time it's an explosion sound, but no need to elaborate further on this. Now that is where the real fun starts. It's this command block sets everything around you ablaze. Again, the area size can be changed by simply adjusting the relative coordinates. Since you're gonna be pretty much blind for a moment after attacking, get a short resistance effect that makes you immune to any damage you would take within 3 seconds after the hit. To empower the next attack even more, you're also given a strength effect with an amplifier of 3 for a short duration, which is 6 seconds in this case. Of course, a bit of extra damage must not be missing. That's why the attack deals 15 damage with lava as the cause to everything within 30 blocks except for you. Once more, you need to get your sword back at the end. If you already enjoyed watching this video, then I've got another video you will love. Check out that video in which I made the soul sword using just commands, and don't forget to subscribe and leave a like.